to IVS Podcast. I'm Ari.
And I'm Toni. And this week we're talking about
the root chakra. Cool. So do we want to do dreams or do we want to do cards first?
Let's start with dreams.
Okay.
Do you have a dream for me?
I have to just pick one because I have way too many dreams.
You always have so many, and then I just have the one big one that I'm just like, wow.
Tell me about your dream.
Okay. Okay, so like this week, I know it's related to what's been going on. So like this week I had to like pick my midwife, and so it was like really stressful, and I had to like call all these people.
They have, like a listing, like listings where they profile. Like, I have a really great midwife.
Like you just have to do the work. Like that's this time around. Like I'm not just going to the hospital and being like, here I'm here. Okay, do whatever you need. I have to find the midwife. I have to like do the insurance.
Really cool,
I have to do.
Oh,
I know.
Insurance. I didn't know.
I know.
That's not cool.
I know. So, but I've been trying to find one that like aligns with me, and I like them as a person and all that kind of stuff. So I finally found her. But then I had a dream that I was in this really like beautiful big house, and I had all of these midwives that I was like looking up. They were there in my dream, and we were like in a circle interview, and like I was like interviewing them. So strange. And we had like tea and stuff, and it was like little snacks. That was really so weird. And the house was like made out of gold or something. It was really beautiful.
You gotta look up like what that means, like gold symbolism.
I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's what it is in my dream. It was Beyonce's house.
Yeah, it was.
And she just, like halfway through the meeting, it was going well, and then she just came in and she was like, y'all, I know you're still doing your meeting, but I'm gonna need the space. She was like, I'm gonna need this space, because she was like filming a music video or something. And we're like, okay, Beyonce, we'll wrap it up. And that was it. She just like flowed in. I swear, she was wearing like a cape or
Queen
something.
Bee here.
She was like, y'all, I know you're doing your thing. I'm gonna need the space in a few minutes. And we were all just like,
wrap it up. Absolutely.
Love you, Beyonce. Kiss your feet. And she was just like, pretty sure she had like glitter flowing from her.
Yeah,
or
it
like
just like sparkled
from her.
off of her skin.
So beautiful. And I was like, wow, this is your house.
This is so gold. It probably really is.
It probably is. There was like a chandelier made out of like gold glass and stuff.
Oh my God.
So beautiful.
She lives a very lavish life.
Yeah, it was a beautiful dream.
Did you pick one?
No, we had to like wrap it up because she had to do her thing. But that was, the dream was the day after I had picked my midwife.
Oh, okay.
And like I had
maybe you
confirmed
wrapped
on the phone.
it up, Yeah?
I'm gonna need the space.
I'm gonna need a midwife in my
Thank you, Beyonce.
At least you can check that off of your Trello.
Oh, yeah.
Did you move it to your done?
Dude, I didn't even think about it. Oh, my God.
Oh,
that's going to be so satisfying. Done.
That's a great dream. I like that. No, like, baby throwing or, like, child screaming and throwing body parts.
This was like only positive, not mixed messaging.
So, my dreams were, I had a lot, but I'm just going to do, like, the, condensed version.
Synopsis.
Yeah, of, like, two of them. The first one, you were in and Carlton was in, and so I'll do that one first. So for some reason, I was in like Louisiana, probably New Orleans, like looking for a place to live. Like we were gonna move to New Orleans, but it looked kind of like Washington at the same time. It was strange, but I knew that it was Louisiana in my dream. But we were like walking on a boardwalk. I was in a grocery store first with Carlton, and I was like you were, I knew that you were here still. I was just there with Carlton, and I'm pretty sure like Jade was there, and like maybe David was there. I'm like iffy on
brought out my whole family. I'm just like chilling here.
So like
it'd be amazing.
I'm like, hey, not so bad.
I was to myself.
Yeah, and so I was like, hey, like Carlton, tell me about like Louisiana. Like, should I move here? Like, what kind of? And he's like, why don't you just ask your family? It's because my whole family lives there.
Is he being like kind of a jerk in your
just a little bit, but he was just being, doing his thing. And he was like, just ask your family, and I was like, oh yeah, I probably should do that. I should probably ask my family. And then, so we were just walking around. I think like we went to just looking around the area, and I remember like calling you and being like, well, are you gonna move out here? And then you were like, well, I gotta fix my AC unit, so...
Of course, dude, this is, like, so accurate. Like, there's always like, something going on.
I can't really do that. I gotta fix my AC unit. I was like, all right, I understand, you know? So that was that dream. that was about it. And then there was another one where I had to cross, like, a little river to get to this club where, like, it was, like, a very exclusive club. And I remember I got there, and then I was like, dang, I forgot my wallet. I really want a drink. And I'm like, I was like, but I'd have to, like, row this boat.
Take the ferry? Oh, you have to
row it yourself. I was like, I'd have to row this boat all the way back to my whip and get my ID, so that's fine. I just won't drink. But, and so I was there with a group of, like, girls, and then there was one that people were telling me, like, this is Christina. Christina's my dead friend, right? And so I was like, that's not Christina. I was like, that doesn't even look like Christina. They're like, no, this is Christina. I was like, no, it's not. And then I looked next to her, and Christina was sitting there. But it was like, she wouldn't really, like, look at me. She was just, like, kind of, like, looking down. I was like, girl, give me a hug. And then she was like,
what? Oh my god.
And I was like, give me a hug. And so, like, I went and I hugged her, but at first I could feel her, like, kind of, like, resistance, and she, like, wasn't fully, like, hugging me back. And then I was like, I just hugged her for a very long time.
Harder.
Yeah, and then I felt her heart and my heart, like, melt. And, like, you know how you can feel stuff, like, weird in dreams, like, more intense, and, like, you just know, I'm like, oh, her heart melted, okay.
Oh, good, yeah.
There we go.
It's working.
Yeah. And so, like, then she, like, melted into the hug, and we hugged, and then I woke up, and that was that dream.
Oh.
I have these, like, beautiful dreams now, I don't know why. But,
every time we hug now, I'm gonna be like, my heart's melting.
My heart's melting into your heart.
Can you feel it?
Yeah. And then there was one more that I just loved it so much. I woke up and I was like, I want to go back to sleep.
I hate that.
It's
when
the
you, like,
worst.
get out of your dream and you're like, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
We were moving into this beautiful, like, warehouse mansion, but it was, like, Victorian, so it was, like, really old but really big, and it had to be, like, 5 stories, but in the, like, main room you could see all the way to, like, the ceiling.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And, like, and so I was just walking around, I was like, oh, I love this place so much. And just, like, Fwy, I was playing this frequency that is supposed to, like, block, like, reduce fear and, you know, unlock your intuition, all this stuff. And I was thinking previously about, like, oh, I just really want to move. I want a house, you know, all the things I want. And I looked outside, and it looked like the streets of Portland, like the old, beautiful Victorian houses. And I was like, I remember saying in my dream, I was like, man, I would actually want to invite people to this place. And I was like, also, I was going to work, of course. And he was like, what are you going to do all day? Yeah. And I was like, probably just, like, go through all these rooms. And in my dream, my landlady that I have now, like, she had bought the house, but she was, like, letting us live there. She's like, and in my dream, I knew, I was like, it's because we've been so good about paying rent all these months and years.
She, like, upgraded you?
Yeah, that's what it was. She's like, I trust you so much. You can just come live here. And it was, like, the same, you know, price that we live in our, like, regular apartment.
Amazing. Maybe this will happen.
I know, I wish. But it was, like, this fantasy house that I've never seen in my life, but I want it so bad. And, like, everything was, like, old wood, and the bedroom had this, like, elevated pink tub. It was so great. Like, a huge soaking tub. Yeah, but, like, in the bedroom. I loved it. And the last thing, so I walked out, my sister was there, and she was, like, helping me move, of course. And it's, like, she's always doing that with somebody. There's, like, always somebody moving, and she's always helping them move. So I sat down, and, like, this song from the 90s started playing from, like, I don't know, like, a TV show, like, that we used to watch, our cartoon. I was, like, jamming out to it, you know? And then I had this flip book that we had when we were growing up that just had, like, little facts. And I pulled it open, and it said on the book, like, fear. And I remember in the dream, I knew that I was like, that's the thing that's blocking you from having something beautiful like this. It's fear. Oh. Yeah. And it was like, while I was listening to the frequency, so it was really interesting because I was so happy, and there I was like, oh, I love it. I'm so happy to be here. And then I woke up and I saw my bedroom, and I was like, oh.
Oh no!
My ceiling just stops right there.
There's no pink tub.
No, there's not 5 stories of, like, beautiful. Like, it was like like a church, like with the windows, like the light showing through, and it was just fabulous.
Well, at least it's nothing besides fear. It's not like financial.
No,
or anything.
no, it's just fear.
So stop being afraid. And
stop being afraid. No, that's true. Like you will manifest the things you want. If you everything that like blocks us from having what we want, it's fear. It's just like I feel that with the different projects that I'm working on, and it's like. If I wasn't afraid, and I always see these like little signs pop up in my reality that it's like, what would you do if you weren't afraid, you know? And I'm like, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? Me and my best girl Christopher was like, we were talking on the phone the other day, and we were talking about that, and he was like, we were just resonating because we both think the same thing, just like, if I wasn't scared, I feel like that's the main thing that blocks all of the things that I want. It's just like, what if I wasn't afraid? And I just did everything from a place of not being afraid. Like, I would post so many singing videos and just be like, whatever, it's just my voice, but here it is.
I know. How do you just, like, get rid of that?
It's, like, hard, but I feel like that's what I'm going to do in this lifetime. I'm going to find a way around. I'm just going to scoot fear to the side and just accomplish all the things I dream of. Oh my God, that totally resonates with the root chakra.
Oh my God. We're talking about the root chakra.
Talking about the root chakra today.
And wouldn't you know it?
Yeah, right? Dude, I feel like my dreams before these things, like the universe knows I'm going to have a podcast the next day, and they're like, here you go. I had the fear dream yesterday, and I feel like it's
I wonder if
related.
Beyonce has some sort of...
Well, you definitely look up to Beyonce, so it has something to do with it. Because usually if there's a celebrity in your dream, it has something to do with how you see that celebrity. Like, one of my other dreams, really quick, I went to Post Malone's birthday party, but
love Post Malone.
But it was like a really like janky pool, and it was a pool party.
Of course it would be.
Yeah, I know, and it was at like just like a high school, and it was.
It would be.
Yeah, and he was like, but he could dive like a dolphin, and he was just dolphin diving in and out of the water.
I could very vividly see him doing that.
And then I was like, dang, if he can do that, I can do that. And then I started diving like a dolphin. It was an awesome dream. I said I was only going to tell one dream, and I told all
Maybe
of them.
if you like need to do something, you just like harness the power of Post Malone, and you'll be like,
I need to channel him.
If he can do it, I can do it.
I feel that way a lot though. Like when I see him talk, I'm like, this dude does not give a shit at all. Like he's just like living his life. Like there was a video where he was like showing his music to like one of his buddies, and he's like, yeah, my music is really cool, right, dude? And then the guy's like, yeah, it's really good. I'm like, I can't imagine being like that.
I know,
just being like,
but
yeah,
he's still not
really
like
cool?
arrogant or anything.
No,
it's just like he's
chill.
such a good person, like a genuine.
Just with like a lot of face
squeeze
tattoos.
him.
I know. His little cheeks.
Post
Malone.
And he's like younger than us.
I know. No, the younger generation, they're just better. They're just really better.
They have something like little upgrades.
Yeah.
Right? Every generation
has
little
upgrades. And I'm like, you know what, I can't be envious. I have to just be like, I'm on my wave, and my wave is coming. It's gonna come when it comes. And that's fine that their wave came way, way younger when I expected my wave to come.
I know. What the heck?
Whatever, who's gonna go to college? I'll drop out of college because, like, I'm just gonna be successful. That's what I used to believe. Here I go. It's happening.
It's happening now.
It's happening now. Yeah, so let's do our card and let's talk about the root chakra, right?
Okay. Let's do it.
All right.
Do
So
it.
I have the Crystal Intentions Oracle deck for today's chakra episode. I do.
What else
really...
do we have here?
we didn't really talk about it. We got some potatoes, some root vegetables for our root chakra episode.
If you thought these were balls or like ping pong balls or something, you were wrong.
They're not stress balls. They're potatoes.
I'm just gonna hold this one.
There you go. Connect with your root. I was holding this Muladhara chakra crystal earlier. It's red jasper, which resonates with the root chakra. So if you are feeling like getting yourself a little crystal to help your little root chakra, your big juicy root chakra, not your little root chakra.
Your little baby root chakra.
No, that's the inner child episode. If you want to hear our baby voices, you have to listen to that episode.
Little baby voices.
So yeah, let's see what does Yoni have to say.
Keep forgetting to
actually
like.
I'm gonna shuffle like on my leg, I guess. All right, angels, ancestors, spirit guides. You have to tell me about that, by the way.
I know. It's nothing like, it's a really quick story, but I was like, when it happened, I was like, ooh, gotta tell her.
Okay.
And then I just can't tell you anything until Friday.
Friday is when we talk, and that's it. Okay.
Gotta save everything. All the juicy stuff.
You gotta write it down. I forget, dude. Okay, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what is the guidance for our root chakra episode? Please, root chakra episode. That was a good one. All right. One card, please, for the root chakra episode. It's kind of good that I do my tarot readings, like where you just see my hands, because a lot of times my eyes are closed. Like if I'm shuffling, like
you're just talking and you're just like,
like that would probably be weird for people. It's good that they don't have to see that. It's alright. Sometimes it takes a minute, so it just takes as long as it takes. Whoa. This is the one, and
that's a backup.
This is a backup. Okay. We have peacock copper. Oh. That was the one. Peacock copper. And Praenite.
Ooh.
This is peacock copper. I confidently show my true colors to others. I am fabulous. I always pull those kind of cards when I'm like here. Like the last one was, I'm beautiful and everybody loves me.
I love it. Just like,
Improve optimistic outlook on life. Increase happiness. Feel confident and comfortable. Embrace ability to be in the spotlight. Excuse you, angels and ancestors would be peacocking out here. All right, I love that. And then Praenite. I accept the impermanence of all things. I know that change brings renewal and goodness. Integrate and accept change. Align with the cycles of life. Improve mental alertness and focus on the present moment. Interesting. Peacock, I'm feeling that peacock.
I thought you said peacock.
Peacock, I'm feeling. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, here we are. Literally in the spotlight. Hello. And I feel like we were talking a little bit about fears and stuff. And you know, I can pretty much say that I have a little eensy-weensy bit of a fear of being in the spotlight, and I'm hoping to overcome that. Maybe today's the day.
You need that peacock energy.
I need that peacock energy to, like, juice up my root up.
Juice up my root up. Oh, I wanted to start this episode with, like, are y'all ready for a rootin' and tootin' and root chakra episode?
That's what you were like.
I remember.
You know, I feel like that would be a really good intro. You know, just a rootin' tootin' good time.
I love it.
Oh, well, there it is. It wasn't in the beginning.
I'm actually going to start it with that, and then we'll just put it.
Welcome to our root chakra episode. We're finally going to start talking about the root chakra.
30 minutes in.
Here we are.
This is the stuff you come here for.
You know why you're here.
But yeah, I had my first ever, like, experience with spirit guides. And it was so simple and, like, quick and dumb, but, like, beautiful at the same time. So I was just like, I was upstairs, and then I remembered that, like, I left the car key downstairs, like, in the driveway or something, and I was like, oh, I'll remember to grab that, and I didn't. So I was like, oh, shit, I gotta go downstairs and find the key. And I went down, and I, like, couldn't find the key, and I was like, I just, like, I said out loud, I was like, where is the key? And immediately, like, as soon as I said it, it was like,
here it is.
It just, like, appeared over here, and I was like, and then I was like, I picked it up, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? And I was, like, walking away, and in my head, I'm like, you should probably say thank you.
There you go.
And I was like,
always say thank you.
Thank you. As I was walking, because all of a sudden I was, like, ashamed, even though I was like, where's the key?
And then you got exactly what you asked for.
Thank you.
That is so awesome.
But, like, I really felt it. I've never felt that. Where it's just, like, not just looking for a key, but, like, you
getting
feel
the message.
It pulled. You feel like,
your attention.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It's as if you were over here and you said something to me and I turned and look at you. It was like that feeling, but, like, it was just a presence.
That's awesome.
I was made aware of the presence of the key. That's what it felt like.
That is so cool. I do that pretty much every day because every day I lose something. And it's like one of the like main ways that I talk to I feel like I'm like, I hope you guys are okay with this, because it's like sometimes I'm like, sorry, but like, can you guys help me again find my hat, please?
Here I am again.
Yeah. I've learned how to just like let it go though, because you have to let it go. It's not always going to be how like you were like, where's the key? And then it was like right here.
I'm like so demanding. No, and they're finally like, here we are, lady. We've been trying to get in touch with you.
I feel like it's because when you're pregnant, your senses are heightened. And
that's true.
Yeah.
All the senses.
And
maybe I can finally, because I've done like the meditations where I'm like trying to connect, and I've said out loud like, hey, I'm trying to connect to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like keeping an eye out for like synchronicities and things, but it's just never.
Right.
Or maybe I've just never paid that much attention or in the right ways or whatever. But now
You're paying attention now.
Like, okay.
Well, as soon as you start noticing it, you'll start noticing more things.
Yeah.
So.
I've heard that. So now I'm like,
eyes are peeled.
What's next?
If you just like every day, I'm like, okay, sometimes, not every day, but most days I'll be like, okay, show me a sign today. And then for me, I get feathers a lot, which I was really worried about the situation in my life the other day. And I was just taking a walk, and I guess kind of like thinking about it a little bit, and I looked down and there was this perfectly placed feather just sticking up out of the ground. And they say like feathers are a huge way that your angels will like communicate with you, and it was just a very intricate one because it was like almost perfectly half white, half brown. And so I looked that up, and it had everything to do with what I was like thinking about. It was like bringing protection to your home and your family, and it's very grounding. And then the white is like the presence of the angels, and then like the brown is kind of the protection. And I was just like, that's exactly what I needed to know now. Thank you. That's thank you. Thank you.
I was like, okay, I'm being watched. Okay, let me get back in my house. Like, they can't see me in my house.
I know, that's the thing that like you have to get over, where it's like they're always pretty much there all the time. Like, I think about it when I'm pooping a lot. I'll be like,
or yeah, like doing weird stuff. Like sometimes I'll be like when no one's around, I'll like talk to myself as if I'm in a YouTube video or something, like doing a tutorial.
Yeah, but I'll just like that completely.
And I'm like, if somebody is like, I always think of like ancestors like watching me and stuff. Like, you guys don't judge me, okay? I do weird stuff sometimes.
On the other side, that's not so weird, Yeah. It's like our 3D mind that makes us think everything is weird. Like
if I was a spirit watching somebody do like kind of weird things, I'd be like, I'd like do weird things too. Like everyone does weird things. It's fine. It's not I don't care.
It's entertainment for them. So like,
I know
when we're doing something, they're like, oh good, they're finally doing. They're not just sitting on the couch watching TV for once. Like something cool is happening.
Yeah.
I love that. Keep practicing the like pretending you have a YouTube video. Jade does that all the time.
I know.
She does that.
So precious.
I need to do that more, but I always feel like everybody's always listening to me. Oh, this is the same thing, but it's like real people in my house.
When I do it, I don't like talk out loud. I do it like. So it'd be especially weird if somebody were to walk by and I'm just like
mouthing. It took one time of my sister catching me like singing into a spoon in the kitchen where I was like, I'll never do that again. Like she just came around the corner and I was like, embarrassed for life. Thank you. And now I'm getting over that. All right, root chakra. Here we go, root chakra. Yes, overcome your fears is one way that you can like energize your root chakra. Ask your body, what the hell am I so afraid of? And
that's like the running theme for this episode.
Yeah, and I mean like I was talking about like protection with the home. Your root chakra is connected to like your sense of home, which that doesn't have to be physical. It can be, there's people that live on the road, not like literally on the street. There are people that live on the street, but I mean like that travel and they feel at home no matter where they are because they're at home in their body. And that's the goal that I want to get to, because I kind of am always like missing that, and I feel like in my life I've needed to work on my root chakra a lot, because I never feel like I'm at home. And once I get to the place where it's like, no matter where you are, you're home. You don't have to, it's not about your surroundings. It's not about having the perfect house or having the perfect like financial situation. It's just about how you feel in your own body. This is my home. And being like a Cancer, I'm like, I'm a crab. My shell is my home. I'm inside my shell. I'm a little crab person. Burp, burp. And when I was a kid, I loved hermit crabs. And so, like, I feel like it resonated. But they're like, I like to go in my little cave and hide away from the world, you know, if I felt, like, scared and stuff.
Maybe you should live in an RV.
I want to, but my family...
Well, you got that fear.
Yeah, no, it's that, like, they want space. I want space, too, though. It's like, so I was looking at RVs yesterday, and then I was like, oh, yeah, but I really want a big kitchen.
You remember my RV?
I thought it was nice, though. But living in it would have been different. Like, I really want a big kitchen. That's what stops me from the RV thing. But anyway.
Yeah, so, like, more so, like, your home, like, feeling like you're at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like home is kind of a metaphor sometimes. Like, it means so many different things. Like, your feeling of security, safety, like...
comfort.
Yeah, comfort. And it has to, like, the way that it applies to not just yourself, but, like, your surroundings.
Yeah. Like, how are you interacting with your physical world? Because the root chakra is highly physical. And how we are perceiving and interacting with the physical realm that's all around us, that's kind of an indicator of what state your root chakra is in. So, like, is your root chakra super out of balance? Is your, like, physical world out of balance? Have you been super broke for too long? Well...
Yeah, that was a big one that when I was, like, refreshing myself on the root chakra, I was surprised to read, like, financial stability.
Yeah.
But it is totally like, yeah,
it's your material world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that just affects so many things about your life.
So what can we do to juice up? I will just always say that.
I was going to be like, activate?
Activate. That's a zinger word. Activate your root chakra.
Juice up. We want it juicy.
When I make my guided meditation videos, I'm going to use that term. Be like, juice up your root chakra with Ari. So you can, it sounds cliche, but you really can eat root vegetables if you're feeling ungrounded. They're, like, heavier, so it's like you don't want to only eat, like, these all the time.
I'm just going to turn myself into a root and put myself in the ground.
I only eat parsnips and carrots.
Sweet potatoes.
There was this, of course, sweet potatoes. But, no, there was this, like, YouTube video of this lady that, like, only eats cheesy potatoes. Like, for her whole life, she's only eaten cheesy potatoes. There was a mac and cheese one, too.
That can't be good.
I know, no, she did not look healthy. The mac and cheese guy looked like mac and cheese.
Like he was, like, orange?
He was orange. He was the color of mac.
Wow.
But, yeah, so you don't want to do that. But, like, if you are feeling really, like, in the higher chakras and you're kind of trying to bring yourself down, you can eat root vegetables.
Are beets a root?
Yeah, beets are a root, yeah.
I like beets.
Yeah, and they're, like, the color. Color is really... It's, like, important for your body, having as much color as you can have in your diet.
I need to get more color in my body.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what your diet is, but I feel like everybody does, you know, unless you have an incredible diet. Good for you, you know. This isn't the podcast for you. You don't need our advice. But, yeah, no, root vegetables are awesome. And just being connected to the physical world. So I know when we talked about the Earth Star Chakra, we talked about earthing, but earthing is always...
I love that one.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy, like, and it works. It's not easy. It's just like...
I mean, you take your shoes off.
It becomes naturally to me, like, just to be outside in the earth, like, getting my fingers and toes in the dirt all the time.
Yeah, that's why you're so grounded, which is good. I mean, but not everybody is. I mean, I'm usually not. I have to force myself. It's not as easy for me. I say, like, oh, it's easy. You just take your shoes off on the ground. But, like, It's not.
But, like, I feel like if you live in an apartment or something, it's not as easy because you're constantly, like, there's just, like, a lot of concrete around you.
There is.
You have to go to a park or something to get to the earth.
Yeah, and I don't always feel like going down there. I'm like up here, I don't want to go down there. But
I'm always having to go outside for something. So
yeah.
I'm, like, just always out there.
If I had a house, that's why I want a house so bad, because I'm like, I just want to go in my backyard.
I know, I want that for you so bad.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna eliminate this fear. As long as I get rid of this fear, you know?
That's all you have to do.
That's it. It really is, though. It really, really is, because that's gonna open more doors for you to find the path to achieve the thing. It's not like, oh, you just get rid of fear and, like, poof, house appears. But it is going to guide, like, before I was working on my root chakra, I felt like I'm never going to be able to get a house. I have these, situations, da-da-da. And then as I was kind of working on it more and releasing more fear, I was guided to different kinds of ways that I didn't know, like, I could even do. Different, like the FHA loan is one. And I didn't think I would ever qualify for it. And I, like, looked and I was like, oh, that's actually, I can almost qualify for that. I just want a backyard, man. I just want a backyard and some trees. But I'll just get the land.
Just get land. You can live in a tent.
There we go.
Be so grounded.
Toes in the ground every
all
night.
the time.
Yeah, I really wish I could be like one of those nomad families that we just float around. The whole world is our home.
It wasn't
that great.
I think it looked more glamorous on Instagram.
It always does. That's what Instagram does.
It wasn't that glamorous in real life. Like,
nothing ever is.
It was cool, but I was like, I don't know, I just want to be stable.
Yeah.
I think want to be one place. And then you can go on vacation.
Right.
If you want to go somewhere else, then you can come back to your home.
I think that definitely for me that's like probably better.
Yeah.
Because I have always felt really unstable and really ungrounded, and I want to feel grounded, and I think part of that is owning a home and being like, this is mine. You could take it away, but you can't take it away. You know, like, as long as I keep paying, you can't take it away. And it's not someone else's. And yeah, all good things to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Someday.
Someday.
When that fear is gone. Get rid of that fear. Flip book.
Meditating.
Of course, yeah.
Meditating is like the fastest way for me to feel grounded.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the chant for the root chakra is Lam. Lam. Lam.
It's llama.
It's just llama. You just say llama. No, but that would be the chant that resonates with the chakra. And there are videos where they have all of the chakras, so you can kind of learn all the chants. But that's I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was for the throat chakra because it's like la, but it's ham. Throat chakra is ham, but it looks like ham. Meditating is awesome.
Sorry.
Anyway. Pregnant. Ugh. No stamina. Meditating is fun, and grounding yourself is fun. Eating some root vegetables.
Get your body full of root.
Yeah. The color that resonates is red. A nice vibrant red. You'd really don't want to go too like deep with your red. It's a little murky. So if you're trying to bring some really pure energy to your root chakra, bright, vibrant red. It's like a life force energy. Yeah. So I hope to someday have enough rooms where I can, or like some sort of like futuristic technology where I can change the color of the walls and just have like, if I want to meditate on my root chakra, I can go in a room that's all red walls and just be like, yes, I'm in the red energy. I have
just
to see everything like
paint
physically.
a room white and then use the hue to like change.
Girl, you're so smart.
You're like in the future,
some kind of
the walls will just
technology.
be like screens. They'll just be the whole wall.
That would be
like
a nightmare
Black Mirror.
for me. That's what Josue would want. I don't want that. But yeah, I'll use the hue. That's a good idea. I'm so like, I have the technology.
You will use it at your house.
I know. Don't look at me. And yeah, I mean, the rooty tooty booty, you know?
The rootin' and tootin' root chakra.
Oh, and it does It's connected to your reproductive organs, along with the sacral chakra, but they both are.
I was gonna say that, like, with it, like, the color being red, it was really, like, you know, period. And then if you think about all of your internal reproductive organs,
all
they're
your
kind of
physical
like
stuff,
red.
Everything is red, yeah. And it's all about your physical body, and and that's how I definitely know I've had an out of balance root chakra most of my life, because my period has always been super weird and just like I'll show up
stable.
Yeah, I've never felt stable. I've always been like, you know, just floating around like this is the way life is supposed to be, super erratic and scattered, and everything
when I was like reading up on it,
time.
I was like, how you know if it's out of whack or whatever.
Is your life spinning out of order?
Do you have anxiety?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yes.
Well, then you need to work on your root chakra.
So just literally everyone.
Everyone in the world.
Yeah.
It's true, though. We all need to work on our root.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe if you don't do it every day, you're going to get it, because you're out here in the world. Like, you're just doing all this stuff. You got to get back.
And there's a lot of stuff to worry about right now, like in the world. There's always stuff to worry about, I guess, like if you choose to, but especially right now. Yeah. There's most people they're lucky if they have a really secure job with this
right now.
Yeah, the situation that we find ourselves in, and I feel like collectively as a whole we're being brought back to grounding our roots. They're like, stay home. Stay home for a while and get your shit together. Meditate on your root chakra. You're probably going nuts around your family 24/7, so maybe you should meditate.
Just go bury yourself halfway in the earth.
I want to.
The yard.
That's why I love going to the beach.
That's what we should have done for this episode. We should have
just be buried. Be
this
in like a mud bath. Hi. Welcome to my dance podcast. We
gotta hurry up because the tide's coming in.
You know what? In the future, we're gonna be like really good at planning things, and we'll have
like locations.
We'll have locations. So we'll have more decorations, themed decorations. I'm sorry. I just love the potatoes. I'm gonna take a picture for our Instagram. You can check them out up close and personal. If you go on our Instagram later. I love that. Yeah. So this is our beautiful root chakra episode. And today we're at Toni's house.
Dang it, I thought you were gonna be like, and thanks for joining us in the Yoni-Verse.
We're at Toni's house.
I was like, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm on top of it. I'm super grounded right now. I'm in the ground.
In the ground. We under the ground.
Yeah. So
okay, let's root and tune in this.
We're gonna root and tune into this meditation.
Let's activate our root chakra. If you're sitting on the floor or in a chair, this is going to be at the base of your body. I like to think of my root chakra as a little potato tree hybrid that has roots of a tree that spread out underneath me and really grip onto the earth that is underneath me. And then my little potato is just right there at the base. So imagine your roots growing out and stabilizing your body and securing you to the physical world around you, helping you to feel more secure and stable, and helping to give you a sense of home in your own body. And just let those roots continue to grow slowly, just spreading out and bringing you more and more connected to the earth. And you can let yourself feel more and more grounded. I also like to envision the branches of my root tree as the rest of my body. And as my roots grow, the branches also grow. And they spread. And in this way, I connect to the world around me as a big, wise oak tree. And now we are grounded. A woman.
I didn't realize how tight I was clenching my butthole before that meditation.
Were you really?
I was like halfway through when you were like, and really get your roots in the ground. I was like, and release my butthole again.
Damn, I should have been like, what is it called when you do your vagina?
Oh, Kegels?
Kegels, yeah, I gotta do those anyways.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that
we should have a Kegel episode.
Oh my god.
Where we're just like, all right, and release. Do it together.
Oh, that was great. Well, thank you very much for joining us on another shining episode. I hope that was grounding for you. I hope everyone was able to release their buttholes and and dig their roots deeper into the earth. So, as always, we're eternally grateful for your presence here in
the Yoni-Verse.
Llama. Llama, llama, llama.